You know, when you're co-parenting a neurodivergent child, it can feel like you're stuck in a constant battle. But what if the real goal wasn't to win arguments? What if it was to support a developing brain? We're going to dig into a powerful shift in thinking that can turn all that conflict into connection. I mean, this quote just nails it, right? It's about completely shifting your focus. It's not about winning an argument or being right. It's about creating the right environment, a place where our kids can actually, thrive. So here's the problem we see all the time. A child's diagnosis, it becomes a weapon. And all too often, the home becomes this battlefield where parents are just arguing their own narratives. And guess who gets lost in the crossfire? The child. Their actual needs just get completely buried. So you've really got two paths you can go down. On one side, you have the battlefield mindset. And yeah, that's all about winning, pointing fingers, and fighting over who's got the correct story. But then there's the support-first mindset, and that's where we want to be. It's about building systems, creating stability, and focusing on facts you can actually see. That's the whole shift. Okay, so how do we actually do that? How do we get there? We need a new North Star to guide us, something to replace all that conflict. And this next framework, well, it's designed to be exactly that. It's actually super simple, just 3 steps: needs, supports, and outcomes. First, you identify the needs. What does the brain and body objectively need to function well? Second, you provide the supports. This is what we, the adults, do: the routines, the accommodations. And last, you measure the outcomes. Is it working? Are they sleeping better? Are those tough transitions getting easier? And here's the magic part. This whole process is grounded in stuff you can actually see. It's not about feelings or opinions. It takes all those emotional arguments right off the table. All right, let's get into a super practical tool you can start using today: the regulation ladder. The whole idea here is to respond to what's actually happening in your child's nervous system, not just the behavior you see on the surface. It's a big difference. Okay, but before we even get on that ladder, we have to clear up something huge. We have to know the difference between a tantrum and a meltdown. A tantrum, that's goal-driven. The child wants something. But a meltdown, that's a total nervous system overload. It's a can't, not a won't. And honestly, getting this one thing right changes everything about how you respond. So let's start at the bottom of the ladder, in the green state. This is when your child is calm, regulated, and ready to learn. This is your golden opportunity for teaching. You can use visual schedules, do little practice runs for tricky situations, and make sure you're praising the effort they put in, not just whether they got it right. This is where you really build up their skills and confidence. Okay, now you start to see that stress level creeping up. You're entering the yellow state. Your one and only goal here is to reduce the mental load and stop things from escalating. So what does that look like? Fewer words. Seriously. Offer simple A or B choices, not big open-ended questions. And use those super clear, first we do this, then we do that statements. Oh, we're in the orange state. A meltdown is right around the corner. Time to stop all demands, just stop. Your goal has shifted completely. It's all about stabilization now, not teaching. Try to remove any audience, offer some regulation tools, maybe a quiet corner, or something to squeeze. And for the love of all that is holy, no lectures. This is not a teachable moment. And we've hit the red state, we're in a full-blown meltdown. Right now, you have one job and one job only: safety. Physical safety and emotional safety. That's it. And the rules here are absolute. You don't teach, you don't argue, you don't corner them, and you absolutely do not shame them. Just be a calm, safe presence. Okay, the storm has passed. We're now in the blue state, which is all about recovery. The goal is simple: reconnect and repair the connection. This is not the time for punishments or lectures about what happened. Think about offering a small snack and some water. Give them some quiet time. And sometimes all you need to say is something simple like, "That was really hard, you're safe now." That's how you start to repair. So we've got this awesome tool for managing regulation, right? But how do we apply it to what is often the single biggest source of conflict for co-parents? I'm talking about the two-home problem. And trust me, putting a good system in place here can change, well, pretty much everything. This might just blow your mind. A staggering 50% of co-parenting conflict comes from just one thing: the child's transition between homes. Just let that sink in for a second. Half. If you can just figure out a way to make those transitions smoother, you could literally wipe out half of your conflicts. That's huge. So what's the fix?
It's a simple, predictable 5-step transition ritual. You do it every single time. First, when they arrive, quiet time. No 20 questions. Step 2, a little sensory reset. A snack, a favorite fidget toy, whatever works. Third, a simple connection statement. I'm so happy you're here. Fourth, just preview the immediate plan. We're going to have a snack and then play Legos. And number 5, and this is a big one, do not debrief them about their time at the other home. This ritual creates a bubble of safety and predictability that they can count on.
Okay, so we've got the right mindset, and we've got a killer ritual for transitions. Now let's talk about the nitty-gritty, communication and documentation tools that keep the focus where it belongs, on the child. I love this analogy. Think of it like a nurse's handoff at the end of a shift. You use a super structured 4-line update. It's simple. Line 1, a neutral observable fact. Line 2, what support you used. Line 3, what happened next, the outcome. And line 4, a single, simple, actionable request. So instead of a long emotional text, it's just observation, pickup was tough today. Support, we used headphones and a snack. Outcome, he calmed down within 10 minutes. Request, could we try the same routine at your pickup? See how clean that is? It's all facts, no blame. It's a game changer. And look, what happens when you do get accused of something? These phrases are like your verbal shield. They immediately bring the temperature down while showing that you're the one with a plan. Things like, you know what? I agree our child has support needs. Or, I'm using a structured plan with measurable outcomes. You're not getting into a fight, you're just calmly stating your support-first approach. And that really brings us full circle, right back to that big central question. What if the goal isn't to win? What if the goal is to build? To build a system that supports your child's incredible, unique brain. Just making that one tiny shift in your perspective, well, it could change absolutely everything.